As the seasons change, we remain introducing the Art for Change podcast gang. The intellectual Mr. Sapiosexual. That's all you gotta do, be you. Montana Cobain pulling up in the truck. And Lady Alba with the glamorous power touch. We stream live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Soul Food Sunday, Motion Monday, and Therapeutic Thursday. And some days in between, switch it. Subscribe and bell on so you don't miss it. But if you do, we on repeat on every major podcast application. Interviews galore and more. Y'all know the situation. So book your seat when we turn up the heat with your Art for Change.
Yes, y'all. What's going on, Art Enthusiasts and Change Makers? Hey, listen, man, it's another episode of Art for Change podcast. I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual. I got the original Ed in the house tonight.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Yes. Everybody doing good. The queen in the house. This is Lady Alba show for tonight, so I'm gonna take it over. Let Lady Alba take it over from here. Lady Alba. You're on mute, love. You're on mute. Sorry.
All right, let me start over. Take two. How's everyone doing tonight? Hey, tonight's show, I'm brought in a wonderful guest, gentleman I met in my neighborhood, and as I've crossed several paths with him in the neighborhood, I found something interesting about him in a particular area, a particular spot where he stands often. So I went to inquire, being inquisitive me, and walking my dog. I decided to stand there and say, well, hey, how you doing today? What you doing? And he said, just feeding the birds and the squirrels, enjoying nature. Kind of like that and in that tone. And this is him here, older throwback. And we've had several conversations since then, and I found something that he does out of the ordinary, because you don't normally see something like that just in a what we call an unexpected place. You can see people feeding the creatures in parks and things, but we're talking about someplace where it's busy, traffic, people, noise, and he's there, and sometimes like you literally can feel like you're standing right in front of or within a sanctuary. So, introduce yourselves to us, and thank you for being here.
Peace, everybody. I'm Older Throwback, South Jamaica, Queens, fabric artist, carpenter /MC.
Nice.
Hey, I love it. Microphone coordinator in the house.
Nice. So I have a little I did some footage of him and I out there recently, and I don't think you guys are going to be able to see the visual. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end, but you should be able to hear the audio of what I created from the footage. So here we go, mister. Ready when you are. want to fast forward it and see if I
Go
can
ahead.
get it. To
That's
the audio
right.
part.
It
Here
sure
we
is.
go. Here it is. It's coming up at the end. Hello, beautiful. That's me talking to the bird. Here we go.
There you go!
There he goes.
Hey, oh,
Great day, lady. How you?
I'm good. How you?
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's right. It sure is. We were 2 weeks with no sun.
Thank you.
Like gray skies, peekaboos, and today and yesterday
Yeah.
was a lot of sun. We needed.
Yeah. Minus the chemtrails and stuff.
Yeah, how's your day going?
A little bit of shopping.
Okay.
Woodpecker came over here yesterday.
Really?
Want me some good luck. I hit the number.
The woodpecker packed all them numbers for you to hit it, huh?
Yeah.
I love it.
I recorded her and put it on the YouTube channel.
Okay. Nice.
Check it out when you get a chance.
Nice. You can come on by.
Yeah.
There he is. That's Mr. O. Oh, yo. Yo, oh. Oh, he getting the peanuts.
I want a bagel. I want a bagel. Jelly and jam on a roll. Jelly and jam on a roll. And put a little peanut butter.
That's embarrassing.
I just had to get that in.
Is that what you get from here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple packs of peanuts.
And the bagel jelly.
No, that's a song.
That's a song?
That's a song for the deli.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's you made the song?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the store to come to.
111 Sufton Boulevard.
There we go. Y'all heard it. 111 Sufton Boulevard. Ain't about the feeding of the birds because
Yes.
there was a neighbor across the street for him that always fed the birds. And then, of course, like you just said, the birds crap and it lands a lot on his car. He's so upset about it.
Tough tea.
Tough tea. All the peanuts in the bag. This pigeon here has been lurking. I was standing right close. I think the pigeon is waiting for you.
Some of them are robots.
What's that mean?
The government sent them.
Oh, get out. You think they have chips?
Yeah.
They part of AI? Listen, that's a whole nother topic. The preparation, feeding of nature. If you've never seen anyone serious about feeding the birds of the land, of the sky, this man here is. It's a ritual.
Yep. Let me see. Wow. My mother said it go back to when I just first started walking. Once I got on my feet, I was out.
Where were you out to?
In the nature,
Into nature.
outside, and surrounded by the bugs and the birds and stuff.
So this is a journey that you were into since young.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me see. What was I, like 7 years old over here?
Okay.
So that's like 53 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Come here, puppy.
Look at this.
It's okay. making a movie.
Look at. Right in the heart, or some would say in the hood of Queens, in the most unexpected location. Location where you see danger, voltage, high voltage. So for me, I mean, this is my
Still
neighborhood.
right there.
Oh, look, here they all come where I live, and pass by here often, walking my dog, and I look at nature. But until I see him standing here, then one day I decided to stop to just observe and be witness of what he's doing, and how more birds come out that you don't see on your normal day-to-day walking by. You might hear them, but they all flock out. So this is what I would call a sanctuary of life, gated again within the confines of a high voltage. Where we can't go in, but their presence is always here, and they come through when he comes. Welcome to the nest.
All right. Yeah. Watching me like, who's that?
Yeah, the squirrel. There you go.
Wise man. Yo.
When I came before you got here, I came a little earlier,
Yeah.
and I had for the first time the sense, because like I said, the pigeon came out, a bird came to the bottom of the fence, and then one perched on the branch and was literally looking as I was videoing, and I felt that sense of, oh, they know me too, because I often, when I'm running my errands and I see you out here, that I come and stand in silence, and then we have conversation too.
So that's the lady with Snow. Where's Snow?
With Snow, that's my dog. Yeah, I'm always with Snow. The crow, that's the crow talking to him. Oh, there you go. Now I can tell y'all, they actually do liven up as you see them flocking down to bellow and communicate one to another. What do you think the crow is saying? Is he calling them to come on and get these peanuts?
Yeah. One crow, Scrappy, she's like the leader or something.
Mm-hmm.
She's the lookout.
Okay.
And she talks to everybody to let them know I'm here and it's happening.
Right.
And she rarely comes down to get the peanuts. They come and pick up 3-4 at a time and take it back to the nest.
Mm-hmm.
And she rarely comes down. She's just always looking out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making the call. Now, a minute ago, I didn't capture him or her. The blue jay came down. I did see it. That's why he's throwing the peanuts over there.
Yeah.
But he tells me, and I've seen it, this tree here is the blue jay's home. You can't see them unless they decide to come out.
They over there. They're going to come out. Stay being going there. There you go. See?
There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. See? They move fast. They come and go.
Yeah.
Because I think, oh, you tell us, when I was out here another day with you, we're chatting and how the predators come for the blue jays. Which bird predator is that?
That's the red-tailed hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Come and raid the nest.
Mm-hmm.
The crows used to raid the nest until we started throwing peanuts down, and now the crows come for the peanuts. They don't. The blue jays are strong. They fight back.
Mm-hmm.
The crows don't want no hard time.
Okay.
They want to eat, but they don't want no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Blue jays they'll give them problems.
Okay.
Yeah, they get along over here lately.
Mm-hmm.
The red-tailed hawk comes through and it's total chaos. Yeah, everybody's scattered.
Everybody, yeah. There's that crow again. Making the call, making the call.
What up, baby?
Oh, here go the squirrel. Look. What a beautiful thing. There's another crow responding.
I'm gonna throw them over the gate for them because they might not come over here until we give them some space. And there's a lot of traffic,
Mm-hmm.
so they're gonna come down at the tree. Crows are always like giving the impression that they're stealing. They don't understand that we're giving them to people about living the bluebird.
Yeah.
They beamed over there.
Uh-huh.
The crows don't understand that we're giving them the peanuts. They think they're stealing from us. So
Oh,
that's why they're like, you know,
there's the blue jay.
yeah. Stay over there. That area right there is where they're all gonna come.
Okay.
That's the runway.
I like that. So say this again. You said the crows think that we're stealing from them?
No, that they're stealing
That
from us.
that they're stealing from us.
Yes.
How is that?
That's just their mentality.
Mm.
That's what they do. They steal from each other. They steal from the squirrel will bury the peanut in the dirt, and the crow will go right to the dirt and dig the peanut up.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Watch them bury it, and then go in there and take it.
Okay.
So that's what they do. And they think they have to do it with me. I'm like, you don't have to do that with me. You're not stealing from me.
Okay. Sound like some trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that crow gliding down. Two of them. Here they come. You'll see them. Look. Wow. The one still up in the tree making the call. Yeah. The lookout.
That's Scrappy. Scrappy and her scrap pack is from the left. They live over here like on 160 or something.
Okay. That's Scrappy that just
Yes.
flew down
Yes.
behind
And
the sign.
there's another pack of crows over there that live on top of 48.
Mm-hmm.
They're called the Magnificent Seven. And they come over here sometime and they're like rivals.
Oh, okay.
But Scrappy claimed the gate because Scrappy claimed me.
Mm-hmm.
So Scrappy's like, that's my human.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming over here with us and
Uh-huh.
chased the other 7 away, which was impressive because, look, Scrappy is like, Scrappy isn't the biggest crow. When the Magnificent Seven come over here, you're going to see they all big, black, and shiny.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow she takes on like 3 or 4 of them at a time and run them off.
Mm.
Yeah.
Seeing this crow up close like this today, I'm looking at the silkiness and the shine
Yeah.
of the feathers. It's beautiful.
One of my soldiers, I call the crows my B-52 bombers.
Okay.
Shiny, black,
Okay.
flop a load of rig off.
Yeah, let me get close here. And if you can see here to the back of this wall, how all the birds kind of gather up there. They're in line formation. See? They just, yeah. Here we go. All of them right there. I've only seen this one squirrel so far. I haven't seen another squirrel yet.
Look, see the blue jay?
Okay, there's the blue jay. Oh, they move so elegantly fast. There's a blue jay coming down again.
Yeah. Oh, the woodpecker's here. See the
Oh,
woodpecker on the tree?
no, where?
Right there. See the red head?
Uh-huh.
Get close. See, the woodpecker's gonna come down. I don't want to throw nothing.
I
See it?
can't.
See it?
No, I
It's on
should.
the ground.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's the woodpecker.
It's our lucky day.
See how he can identify them real fast when they swoop in and swoop out. It's like he's got the bird's eye right now when he's out here. It takes me a moment, y'all, to say, what? Where? Those of us who watch the birds and stuff, it's a keen eye that you have to develop to spot them and identify them. You hear them singing?
All right, that's it, Lady Alva. Was that the end of the video, Lady Alva? If you're talking, Lady Alva, you're on mute.
I
Still
thought
on
I
mute.
took it off mute. Yeah, got it.
Mhm.
Got it. Yes, that's the end of the video. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Very
Yes,
nice. Very nice. I actually enjoyed it in the difference of not seeing the visual of it. And then I'm thinking I'm glad that our dialogue was such, because you can envision it from the dialogue. You
Right.
know? Yeah.
Right. So y'all want to give us the backstory of what we just listened to?
Yeah. So we were standing at 15009 111th Avenue in the corner of Sefton Boulevard. It is a power plant for the electricity in the community. It's literally has a key word in it, peaking, which peaking means that it will only generate power to the community when the grid is overloaded. So it acts as a backup for more power when we need it, and essentially. So in there, it's about, I don't know the square footage, but it's like a corner property where a corner house or property would sit. Pretty much circumference of that. Most from what I've seen in cities and states I've been into, the corner property is normally the largest property on the block, or land wise even. So it's behind a gate that has signs on it, danger, high voltage, and you see the what would that be called, the electric big component that operates and gives us power when needed. There's grass, there's trees. There's one tree outside of that plant, adjacent to it, kind of, and I think in a neighbor's yard, because there's a house next door. There's houses on the rest of the block. And my experience, day-to-day walking, I walk by there often, running errands with my dogs. Most times she's always with me. And you may see squirrels run about, but you don't see all those birds. And me, I've never even saw crows at all. And like I said in the beginning, until I stopped to chat with him. And then I became aware of the nest that lies within the confines of a power plant, like a sanctuary. O calls it a portal also. And on that note, it literally feels like that to me, because I've stopped with him plenty of days where I had burdens that as I left my house and I'm carrying them with me to go do whatever I need to do, or if it's just to get out to go for a walk. And to stop there with him, and he's not big in instant communication. So you just stand there in a sense of peace or calmness for a moment, and then start to have conversations. And all of our conversations are always pleasurable and inspiring, you know, something new, some laughter and all of that. So it's, for me, it's another place to go, especially if he's there to just unwind if I need to. Yeah. And grab a piece of relaxation. What you have to say? Oh, you tell us.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my experience in visiting you.
yeah, that's what is peaceful there. That's one of the reasons why I go there. At least a couple hours out of the day during my lunch break or something. Go to unwind and reboot and connect with my nature over there. You know, there's a park over there called Baisley Park. It's about a 20-minute walk from there. And it's really not enough time to go to the park and enjoy the nature there. They got a pond there. They got swans and geese in there. I usually go there, take my kids there and stuff. But during the weekday while I'm working, say you got an hour lunch break or something, or a 2-hour lunch break, hour and a half, I go to the gate and hang out there for a little while just to reflect and, you know, it's very peaceful. That one corner is very peaceful. Like I would say, she'll go past there and it'll just be me there. But the other 3 corners, there's always people hanging out there. There's a liquor store right there. There's a deli right there. There's a restaurant, a laundromat. There's a lot of stuff going on over there on that corner, and in that vicinity. But on that one specific corner where we're at, besides the bus stop, nobody's. It's just us, and it's very quiet. I mean, cars go by, playing music, beeping horns or whatever. Sometimes people go back and forth, you know. But besides that, you stay focused. There's a lot of different flocks of birds there. There's sparrows, the pigeons come by, blue jays, of course, the crows. There's some parrots over there. Somehow there's parrots surviving in the hood. There's a flock of parrots that come by there. The red-tailed hawk comes through there. I nicknamed her Rodan. She comes through there. Dove came through there today. And blackbirds, you know, so you got like 10 different variety of birds that, you know, keep you busy, keep you focused on what's going on in front of you, and you kind of block out everything else around you for that little bit of time, and stuff comes to you, numbers and stuff, and you know, it's almost like you travel. It's almost like you do a little bit of time traveling or something while you're there. And then, you know, it's like cerebral. It's very cerebral. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. And that's what I found. Like, wow. Because we go to a park for that, you know, maybe different spots. Could people that like to go to the mountains, go out, some people the beach, you know, many of us. But I found it quite interesting that standing there, and just as a in a moment, it's like you're just there, and everything else around you is just literally around you, but you're not even attached to it or listening to it for a moment. You're just right there, observing and enjoying that space with the birds. I like that you call them. I found good humor and that you named the crow Scrappy.
Yeah. She was when I first met her, she was all busted up. That's why I nicknamed her Scrappy. Her feathers were all over the place. So she's like some kind of like maybe offspring of some warrior crow or something. And yeah. And the other crows are scared of her. And I was like, wow, she just ran off the Magnificent Seven. And one time they were brawling. I got there one time and I'm turning the corner and the Magnificent Seven was already there. And Scrappy came and just started beating them up in the air. And I tried to take out my phone and record them and it was too late. She was like, she ran them off. She ran off crows like almost twice her size. And later, like about a month later, she bought her baby, which is the first time I ever saw a baby crow. It was about the size of a sparrow. She bought her baby over there to meet me. And her baby, like, you know, I put him on YouTube, ran to me and was like, yo, you're the dude that with the peanuts and mommy keep bringing these peanuts over here, spitting into my mouth. And I'm big and I can fly now. And I'm, you know, I recorded him. I put it on the YouTube channel, Older Throwback on the Gate. And yeah, that was the first time I ever saw that, a baby crow. But they're known to like follow you. They'll never forget you. You do something good to them, you do something bad to them. They're very photogenic. They know me when I'm way away. I'm blocks away from the gate, and they start screaming in the tree like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, I have some good what we call here on Art for Change before close, we do fun facts. One of the things we do before close, and I have some good fun facts to support some of the things that you've learned and that you've witnessed. Yeah. You guys got any questions? I'll give it to you.
I got a couple.
Go ahead.
Not a lot of people stop and admire the birds in nature in the city where there was once their domain. I find it really admirable considering how less and less area of nature is, and like we're killing their homes, and people freak out when a big cat or a bear come into the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. It is their neighborhood. Yeah. You know, what happens is you have the animals can sense the vibration coming from your heart, you know. That's how they can tell if you're good or bad, or you're gonna harm them or anything like that. And they'll come right up to you. If you go to my YouTube page, you'll see them climbing all over me and stuff. They there's something that comes with that, something spiritual and stuff like that. But the pigeons, the poor pigeons, we used to use them as telephones. They was actually our messengers. Before we threw them out the house, and now they're all in the street. And I don't know if you ever noticed, but pigeons don't be in the trees. They're really always on ledges or wires or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't really know how to adapt to what the other birds are doing, making a nest inside the tree and a hole in the tree, and they go inside of it. They don't know that kind of stuff because they come from living in houses with us. Yeah, we threw them out the house. Something happened. I think somebody got sick from one, and some kind of bird disease thing happened, and we threw them out the house. And that's where they are now. They're all in the street, and we go, oh, they're the nuisance. They doodle. Oh, and I was like, wait a minute, you brought these dudes over here. You use them for as long as you can, and then you abandon them. And sooner or later, you never know, you might need them again. So be good to them. These cell phones give out. You be looking for them pigeons.
What's your favorite bird to watch and why?
Blue jay. The blue jay, hands down. The blue jay. They're very the sound they make when I get to the gate, the sound they make to let me know that they start calling each other and stuff. The color, of course, they're strong. They go in the bushes. They go fly in the bushes. The whole bush starts moving from them flapping their wings. They're very brave. They take on the crows. They take on the hawks. They ain't scared of nothing. And that's my favorite color, blue. So You
Oh
know,
wow, I didn't know that, bro. I'm
yeah,
learning
yeah.
a lot
So
about birds tonight. This is so fascinating.
yeah, and Blue Jays also recognize you from your face. They
Oh,
know you
wow.
from they know your face when they see it, and they'll also follow you. Like they came to my office and was screaming in the window, like, "Come outside, yo, you, we know you in there. Come outside."
Get out of here.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
hmm
What
I
was
wish they
your
would have won
first
the World
bird?
Series.
What was your first bird you remember watching?
Sparrow,
Sparrow?
yeah, the sparrows when I was little. Yeah, that's when I was real little. They was the ones bringing me messages and stuff. You know what they do.
Yes.
They bring messages and stuff. They real good at that. And you got that sound they come with the whistling. They got the their own sound. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, they when I was little, my mother said she had to hook up a clothespin to my pamper and tie the rope to the line in the backyard with the wheel on it. Because I used to always escape, go out the gate and disappear, and yeah. And my father would come home and be like, "Where's the child?" And he was like, "He got away again." And so my mother put the clothespin on my pamper, and when she didn't hit the wheel from the clothesline, that mean I either got away or I was asleep in the bushes. And she said she used to come to the bush, and I was laid in the bush with a peppermint ball with ants all over it and birds all around me. Yeah.
Birds all around.
So she would pick me up, take me inside, nap time. And then there was times when she came out and there was just a pamper on the ground, and I was down the block butt naked. Miles away, they found me in Baisley Park. Baisley Park, I had to cross like 10 streets from where I lived to get to Baisley Park. They
Oh,
found me
wow.
way later. I was like 3 years old. The streets were like dirt. It wasn't even asphalt or nothing.
Right.
I was little.
Mhm.
And you're young, you're a kid. You see the bird, whoop, went that way, and you go, all right, I'm going that way with the bird. You don't even know that you're out the gate and you're down the block.
And you down the road, yeah.
Yeah, you're miles
Yeah,
away.
that's what dogs do when they see they just start going and they be gone,
Yeah.
after when they're not on the leash. If they're not on the leash, they're gone. Or any animal, squirrel, or they're gone,
Yeah.
in flight. Yeah. Any other questions, Ed?
Those were my couple.
Mister?
So birds have always been something that you've been fascinated with and had connection with.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
happen to own any?
Say it again?
Do you happen to own any?
No, I don't like to have them like in a house or in a cage. I claim the ones that are outside. They free. They can roam around. They come to me whenever they and they leave whenever they want. I don't like to cage them because I got fish in here right now, but I'm like, yo, they don't belong in these tanks. They're supposed to be in the ocean somewhere,
Yeah, that's real right.
It's just something about a bird flying that being able to just take off and fly somewhere. That's not the kind of thing you want to cage up.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to. You don't have to. You can you can go in your backyard. Somewhere there's nest somewhere close to your vicinity where you can go into your backyard, set up a little birdhouse or whatever, and throw a bird feeder out there, and you'll get a daily visit from a local bird. So you don't have to cage it.
That's real
There's
right.
Cardinals,
true.
Orioles, and Blue Jays in my backyard.
Look at
Nice.
that.
Cardinals. Yeah, Cardinals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cardinals a pretty bird.
Yeah. We
Nice.
got Cardinals on the gate. We got Cardinals. Robin came over there a couple times. Robins are very aggressive. They walk up to you. They're the Cardinals, you like the colors of them. And the sound. They all got their own sound. They all got, and you can hear them coming before you see them.
Oh wow.
They'll let you know they're there.
Yeah, so far.
And, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us, I know you shared it with me, but tell them some of your history and on that corner, specifically concerning your father.
Oh, okay.
I think that's important when you share that with me, and that connects to why you're there, and it gives it purpose.
Yeah, it's also a healing process. It was 55 years ago. I was 6 years old. My father got into an altercation over there on that very same corner. Shot the block up, hit 4 people. Nobody died, but he had to go to jail for 7 years, and my mother was left with like 9 kids, 9 hard-headed, stiff-necked, rebellious kids.
One is always lost and found. Oh, the throwback.
Yeah. We were and once my father went away, we were loose. We were loose. And we had just moved over to South Jamaica. We was there for about a year, and gangs, all kind of stuff that
Oh, wow.
was over there to get into. And we got into all of it. And for the 7 years that he was away, and it was like, what happened was, we didn't have, of course, once the leader of the family went to jail, we had to like scruffle and survive. Sometimes the lights went out, sometimes the gas was off, that kind of stuff, so, but we got a little lucky because our block was like one of the main blocks. 111 was like one of the main blocks in South Jamaica, Queens. And the gangs used to come over there and brawl all the time. And what happened is that drew attention to another group called the 5% Nation of Islam that came over to the block and was like, yo, what are you doing over here? And he was like, yo, we doing gang stuff. And he was like, no, put that down. They snatched us up pretty much by the scruff of our necks and dragged us to the school in Harlem where we studied a lot of mathematics. And that pretty much kept us disciplined for like 5 of the 7 years while my father was incarcerated. And, he got us out of the gangs. We like started establishing businesses and stuff. We started like, problems were like problems were shrinking, when that happened. And my father came home and he was surprised. He was like, wow, I thought, I'll go away and I come back and everybody was going to be all messed up, or half of y'all dead, or the other half in jail and stuff like that. And we were lucky. We had the nation, and kind of saved us,
Yeah. I got to know myself, the 5%er Nation, when I came to New York. When I arrived to live in New York, I was about 12 years old. but it wasn't until coming into junior high. Wasn't until high school until I started to learn about the 5%ers. And it did a lot. For a lot of Black people, it saved them from going the wrong way. A lot of Black people.
Yeah.
Do y'all have that in the South? I never even thought about it that way. You know what? When you're a New Yorker, when you become a New Yorker, you just stop thinking about other places. Like literally, I never thought about 5%ers, that nation of Nation of Islam. Was that in the South, Mister?
Absolutely.
Do you know about? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I never thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My first understanding of Islamic understandings and teachings was from someone in the South. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And when you understand, their relationship with God, you can't do nothing but respect it because they have the highest respect for God.
Yeah. Now, just to be clear, for me to be clear, 5% is not, that's why they say 5% is not necessarily the full percent of the Nation of Islam and all that teaching. Yeah.
Right. Understood.
Okay. What about you, Marshall? Ed?
I can't say I've heard of the 5%ers.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You heard of the Wu-Tang Clan?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, many of the members are. I grew up with them. Many of the members are from the 5% Nation of Islam.
Oh.
Shout out to Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting dynamics. What's our time grid looking like, mister? Because I'm all backwards anyway.
We about 45 minutes in.
Okay. One thing I'm gonna speak about now is the crow, as far as you said the stealing. Just to clarify that's our human sense, how we look at it, that they're stealing, but what they're not doing that. I have some information logged in here if I can pull it up on to put it in words, but that's how we look at it. They're just really protectors and highly intelligent. Crows are themselves highly intelligent. Yeah. And they do things for their own harvesting. They also do it because they help to regenerate vegetation on the planet. So some of that, and I have that, I think, in one of the fun facts, it might say it, some of that acorn or whatever they nest or store away in the ground, they go back and get it, but then they forget the ones they forget, it helps for regeneration. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's real interesting what birds do for us in a whole. And we always say, we like to say here, and we say often, everyone has a purpose. Every creature has a purpose, whether you a creature on the humanity side or on the animal side. We're all animals, though. But every creature has a purpose. Go ahead, mister.
After having animals, I realized that humans are the worst one.
Ooh, it is so true. And I'm being convinced of that more now today.
Hey, I haven't not once witnessed the animals speak bad about me.
Listen, say so. Honestly, throwback, man. Listen, man. Listen, the more I be around the animals, the more I realize that the humans are the evil ones, are the ones to watch out for.
Yeah, it's something else. Here it is. I found it to just get it because I like to kind of get it. So it says crows likely do not view taking peanuts from humans as stealing, but rather as a highly intelligent, learned foraging behavior. And like has told us, they recognize individual faces, form bonds with consistent feeders, and treat the food as a bounty they have successfully acquired, sometimes bringing gifts in return.
Yeah.
Sometimes they bring, yeah. Crows, but what besides a number? What kind of has a crow gifted you yet, or do you consider
No,
them?
they did pay a visit to my office. Like
Mhm.
this was about a half a mile away from the gate. They had recognized me, and they started following me. And I said, "All right, I got some peanuts at the office. I'll go pick up the peanuts before I go to the gate." And they followed me to the office. And I went inside and I went in the cabinet, got the peanuts, opened the door. They was all lined up on the gate. They was all on the garage. And I was like, that's,
Nice.
yeah, I was like, wow, that was a nice visit, you know?
Yeah. So see, this tells the people that are listening, get out of your mindset that if you see crows, it means something horrible, horror. That's a lie. It does not mean that. That's what the movie industry has depicted crows for years, starting from what I know, starting with Alfred Hitchcock.
Also,
All the birds.
the birds,
Yeah, and all the crows, yeah. So you want to get into the fun facts here with me, Ed? If y'all have more questions, or if not, we can jump into those.
I'll get into the fun facts with you.
All right. You can take it away from the top. And then we'll go the opening there. Well, I'll do the opening here, and then you start in with the bullets underneath that. How's that
Okay.
sound? All right. So just to let the people know some good things about the birds and the creatures of the sky. Birds provide essential ecosystem services that benefit humanity, including pest control for agriculture, seed dispersal for forest regeneration, pollination of plants, and sanitation by scavenger carcasses. They also improve human mental health through bird watching and song, while acting as environmental indicators for ecosystem health.
Agricultural pests. Insects eating birds protect crops such as coffee and grapes by eating massive amounts of insects annually, reducing the need for chemical pesticides.
Ecological services, pollination and seed dispersal. Birds, including hummingbirds and honey eaters, pollinate numerous plant species. They act as a crucial seed dispersers, facilitating forest regeneration and nutrient cycling.
Public health and sanitation. Scavengers like vultures remove rotting carcasses, preventing the spread of disease such as anthrax, rabies, and cholera.
Environmental monitoring. Birds are indicator
did
species.
not know that.
Meaning, yeah, I didn't know a lot of this on here, mister. Meaning their health and population status provide early warning signs of environmental degradation and climate change.
Mental health and wellness. Studies show that hearing bird songs and observing bird reduces stress, anxiety, depression, and improving overall human well-being.
Nice.
Cultural and economic value or economic value. Bird watching and ecotourism generate billions in economic activity globally. Wow. You're up, Ed.
BirdLife International. Birds also play historically significant roles, such as serving as messengers, carrier pigeons of warning of environmental dangers.
Mm-hmm. So then I went and I specified, I wanted to be more specific with the crow. So crows are the unsung sanitation workers and forest architects of the bird world. While often misunderstood as pests, their intelligence and social nature make them incredibly effective allies for humans. Here are the natural habitat adventures. You got
Massive
it.
pest control. A single crow family, 5 to 8 birds, can consume roughly 40,000 insects in one nesting season. They target common agricultural pests like caterpillars, grubs, armyworms, and beetles that otherwise destroy crops and gardens.
Disease prevention, sanitation. As dedicated scavengers, crows are often the first to arrive at a carcass, sometimes within an hour of death, by quickly consuming carrion. I looked that up. That's the dead meat of a carcass. They prevent the spread of harmful bacteria, tuberculosis, and rabies while reducing populations of disease-carrying flies.
Winged environmentalists. Crows help regrow forests by scatter hoarding seeds. They bury seeds like acorns and pine nuts to save for later, and those they forget to retrieve often regenerate into new trees.
Mm-hmm. Early warning systems. Crows are highly susceptible to the West Nile virus. Surprise! By monitoring local crow populations, public health officials can detect outbreaks early and take steps to protect human communities before the virus spreads more widely.
Social and emotional bonds. Unique among many wild animals, crows have been known to gift small items like shiny beads, buttons, or coins to humans who constantly feed them. They can recognize individual human faces and remember who is kind or threatening for years.
Mm-hmm. Environmental indicator. Their high sensitivity to population and habitat changes make them an indicator species, helping scientists gauge, if you want, the health of urban and natural ecosystems. You got it, Ed.
Crows are even known to recruit other scavengers. They will call out to wolves or coyotes to open a carcass they cannot break into themselves, then wait their turn to clean up the remains.
Oh, that's fire.
Isn't that something? That's
Yeah.
what I said too. Like what?
That's fire.
Like say what? So all of these species interact with one another to help one another, yet they can have brawls too, you know. But some of them are their purpose is a whole orchestra, a whole operation of goodness. How badly humans are missing the mark. And to want to get rid of birds and or to not even care even to what the birds are eating and therefore the squirrels. And here in New York, you see a lot of people. I don't know why they think to give Chinese food to the birds. I don't know what I just can't comprehend it. Like in my mind, I think the bird doesn't necessarily need your help because they know how to take care of themselves. But if you're going to help them properly. That's all. Yeah. What's your last
Education
words
go a
here to
long
say?
way.
It sure does. It sure does. It sure does. And I think when we get educated and
Education is elevation.
yes, it is.
Yes,
And
sir.
when we're educated outside beyond ourselves of who we are, it helps a lot to understand who we are, to understand life, to understand existence. Mm-hmm. I thank you so much. And I've been on him like for a little while. The first time I said, you know what? I want to get an interview. He just chuckled. So it took him a while. And one day when I presented it again, I left it alone for a while. And then because we all normally cross paths in the neighborhood. I'm going on my journey. He's coming from or going to. I could be coming from or going to. And we always most times make sure that we speak and greet. But so I left it alone for a while. Then eventually I raised it. And then he chuckled. He said, "All right, lady, let me check with the family." I said, "Oh, okay." So he got back to me. The family said, "Okay, all right, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it." It's so interesting and it's so delightful. So in your communities, enjoy your community, enjoy your backyard, watch the birds, and they enhance your sight by making it keen. Because to watch them, you will develop a keen sight, and that's a good thing. Yeah. I think that's a wrap for me. What y'all got, Mr. and Ed?
You got something positive for people throwback?
Yeah, well, she covered the bases there. You know, embrace nature.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's therapeutic.
Yes, sir.
It's very peaceful. You can learn a lot from it. You can benefit a lot from it. And we could all use it around now because there's so much happening right now. We could all use something that we can be, exhale.
Yes.
You could all use a little exhale.
Yes.
Yes.
Take the time to do that. Everybody's always so busy, hustling and bustling and doing what. Make sure that your mental health is okay.
Take care of that mental. It is so
Yes,
serious.
take care of yourself mentally. Yes.
It is so serious. Do not be too prideful. You know what I mean? To check yourself in or to ask for help because that mental is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
The original Ed, what you got for the people, brother?
To close it out, I think I only have one thing to say. This is for the birds.
Yo,
Perfect. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
That gets the drum roll.
Leave it to Marshall. He gonna give you one. Marshall will give you one. I love it. You know what I'm saying? The original
came out the box with that.
Smooth.
For sure. One I would carry that with me through the night. Well, first, tell us where we can find you on you got an address for us, for your YouTube.
Drop your YouTube handles. Yes, sir.
The YouTube is Older Throwback on the Gate. I got a Facebook page, Older Throwback BC. You can call me. I'm a carpenter by trade. You can find me. You can find me. I have Hands Will Travel. I got 38 years experience in the union. I got another couple years before I retire. So get it now. We also got a art project that we're working on. A fabric artist. It's all on the Instagram page. You probably have to go down and scroll a little something, but it's there. We do a lot of donations to schools. We donate our art to schools. York College has a piece. The Sunrise over South Side. PS 80, the elementary school in Rochdale, Queens. They got the Thurgood Marshall Project. Community Board 12. They got about a dozen of our pieces of fabric art inside of there. It's a spot where the community, the political people in the community come together to have meetings on Jamaica Avenue and 161 Street. And
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, you'll find me on the gate.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. For those who hear this just listening, not visual. So ODA Throwback. That's ODATHROWBACK
One word.
at the gate. You
On the
said?
gate.
On
The
the gate.
throwback. On the gate.
Okay. And what's the other one? Or you said it was another.
Or the throwback BC on Instagram.
There we go.
If you Google my name, if you Google my name, it'll all pop up.
Yeah.
So
Just
my
spell
boy
it
Oda
ODA.
Oda said you can Google him, ladies and gentlemen. Stop playing with his name.
There you go.
ODA
Throwback. One word.
Yeah, throwback. I was going to spell out for the people who don't know how to spell throwback. THROWBACK, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all one word.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe we can have you back so you can highlight the things that outside of the birds, what you just told us you do.
Definitely speaking on the Art for Change, because this is Art for Change, so we definitely want to hear more about your fabrication with your fabrics. That's fascinating. Before you get off, do you got anything that you can quick and grab to show the people, or something real quick, tangible, or no?
Thanks for having me. Thanks for the holler. It's been a blast. It's a first, and here's to many more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Yep.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, for sure.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, ladies and gentlemen.
And I just want to say extra thank you for joining. This is a Lady Hour edition for Art for Change. I want to work on the mini movie that I did and put it up somehow, whether it's Art for Change or the YouTube channel, maybe somehow, but I'll let you guys know so you can actually now have the visual listen and let me know how you like it.
I like that.
Until then, peace and kindness and always love.
Yes. And in true Tabitha Brown fashion, listen, if you ain't having a good day, that don't mean go mess up someone else's. I know. Peace of love, gang, man. Rocking with everybody, man. Art for Change is the way, baby. If you're going to art for some change, peace with the gang. All right, man. And we out of here.